Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Sorcery. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today here in the Fair of Thieves, I believe is named this, the Festival of Thieves. It's a little bit different, but yeah. So it's a huge festival from what we can tell, although the southernmost location that we can go to is over here at the middle of the midway, and I believe it is actually midway through the whole festival. So there it is. We are still trying to get up there. Oh, I double-clicked. We're still trying to get up there, up to here, which I believe is where we're going to be able to cross to the other shore, I guess, the other side of the river. But for right now, if you missed last episode, go and watch it right now because I did a bad thing. Well, may I be forgiven? May I be forgiven? I earned 10 gold. Well, that's all I'm going to say about that. So, let's go down here to the middle of the midway and see what is up. And also, I wanted to pray, maybe, because we can do that. The dolphin is now at our service. I'm going to go with the 10 stamina for right now. And if I lose anything more, and hopefully I won't, but I've gotten into the bad habit of doing that. It's really bad, really bad. You push your way through the crowds to the very heart of the fair and look around the attractions on offer. Okay, so we have two things down here, right? The top of the midway. No, apparently. Oh, no, we can go down here. Okay, well, let's do this properly. Let's go first over there. I didn't actually look at what it was. You walk to the south end of the fairground midway. Okay. Oh, this is okay. No, let's go to the barrel boy. Let's see what this guy is all about. Hopefully we're going to be able to see everything, because otherwise it's going to be a little bit bad. I do know that the games get a bit more open worldish as they move on. I think the part 3 and part 4 are really open world, and you can do anything you want. It's kind of like blurring the definitions of what these games are supposed to be, or used to be anyway. So I hope that, at least according to what we have seen so far, I hope that we can see a lot of stuff. So you approach a boy standing by a barrel and looking sheepish. So let's look at the barrel. You peer into the barrel. It is full of small hard apples. Most are blackened by disease, or else are shot through with maggot holes. So, what is this festival, you ask? The boy shrugs, but says nothing. So, yeah, your apples are all rotten. He's gonna shrug again, isn't he? The boy shakes his head and picks one up from the barrel. He squeezes it hard in his fist, but nothing happens. Then he drops it sharply back into the bucket. Huh. Why don't you speak? You ask carefully. The boy shrugs, but doesn't seem to want to answer properly. So how much for an apple? You ask, despite the fact it is hard to imagine anyone paying for one. The boy holds up a single finger with one hand and all 5 fingers on the other. So 1 gold piece for 5 apples? The boy nods. Well, let's buy some. There we go. You hand over a gold piece and the boy supplies you with 5 apples. In your hands, you feel that they are indeed not rotten. In fact, they are rock solid, hardened by some disease in stones. But the boy bows his head in thanks and then gestures behind him. A girl, possibly his sister, pops up from behind another barrel and pulls a face at you. Huh. The boy bows his head and then gestures behind him. Wait a minute. I know what this is. Hardened by some disease in... I'm not gonna throw this at her. This is... They're made into stones. Some disease into stones, not in stones. Yeah. No. I'm gonna stick my tongue out in return. You stick your tongue out in reply. The girl giggles and then dodges down behind the barrel. The boy looks at you expectantly. The girl picks up again. Is that your sister? You ask, pointing at the girl's direction. The boy nods, then takes an apple from his barrel and throws it across the field. His sister dodges quickly and out of the way. Let's throw an apple at her then. You lob one of your apples at the girl, but she dives to one side and it misses. The boy claps his hands. The girl sticks her arm out either side, then quickly ducks. Let's throw another apple. You ready your second apple and wait for the girl to show herself. As soon as she pops up, you throw, but your aim is off, and you miss by a finger's breadth or so. The girl giggles, then ducks away out of sight. I don't think I'm gonna need to use the things. I think I can click up here and look at my items to see what those are. But maybe they're not here. Maybe they're not items at all. Let's see, weapons. No, they're not here yet. Doesn't mean that they're not gonna be here, but I don't think I want that to, yeah, let's continue. Let's throw another shot. Oh, This time you ready your aim, and when the moment arrives, your throw is sharp and on target. The apple hits the girl on the arm and she whoops, standing up and pointing to the red mark the apple has left. The boy claps and reaches into his pocket, handing you your prize, a large and tasty looking apple. Whoa. At him? I'm not gonna throw the... Okay, thank him. You thank him and he shrugs but says nothing. You hand back your remaining blackened apples to the boy. He throws them at his sister and you walk back onto the midway. From across the field comes a murmur of excitement, and quite suddenly a small tornado lifts a tent sharply up into the air and away. Oh crap. What is that supposed to be? Small tent. I think we might have been able to go there. We got rations though. Rations are good. It gives us, I think, either 2 or 4 stamina. I'm not really sure. You approach the small tent. By the door, a young elven woman is collecting the entrance fee. 1 gold piece, she declares, winking at you. So what's inside? Marco the Amuser, she replies, still smiling and winking. Perhaps there is something wrong with her other eye. He's very funny. 1 gold piece. Wait a minute. I saw a tornado come from here. Nah, I'm not going in there. No offense intended, you reply politely, and step away into the fair. From somewhere nearby, you catch a glimpse of a shadowy figure disappearing behind a tent. Something about the way it moves is familiar. Oh, can we go there? Yeah, let's go there. I know who that guy is. Of course I know who that guy is. You push through the crowd, following the dark figure into a narrow gap. Cautiously, you enter the narrow space, and suddenly there is a hand at your throat. I will kill you, breathes a voice you recognize. Let's laugh with pleasure here. You laugh with delight. It's Flanker, the assassin whose life you spared before you reached Torrepani. Greetings, you declare enthusiastically. Flanker nods. He does not smile, but he seems pleased to see you. Ha! My friend and my enemy. I see, like myself, you also enjoy the fun of the Festival of Thieves. And you look as hale as the moment you left me. Your journey has been uneventful so far, I trust. And how have you fared in Carré? Well, the city is full of devils and snakes. Flanker laughs and nods. It is indeed. But at least you have not had to face the portal traps. They will take your smile and move it to your throat, as we assassins say. Portal traps? He laughs again. Do not fear, you have not missed out. You have only survived this far because all the traps are on the other side of the river. He pauses to glance around him as if he was waiting for something, but if so, he does not see it. I have a few minutes, he says. Tell me of your quest. How goes it? Well, the journey is long, but I am unbowed. Good, he nods. I am glad you are still no coward. To be defeated is a shame, but to be defeated by a creature without a spine is a torture. So, tell me about these portal traps, you say. It sounds like something worth knowing. The portal traps were laid by the early rulers of Carré, Flanker replies. Only the first noble has the power to position them and to disguise them. For portal traps can disguise themselves in plain sight. What kind of disguise? Anything, any material, any size, but there is one feature that cannot change. They always have the same shape. With one finger, Flanker draws a perfect circle in the air. Okay, so they can change in size, material, and anything, but circles I need to be afraid of. On the other side of the river. Okay, so how can I reach the North Gate? Well, then you know about the spell lines, of course. You shake your head. Flanker laughs darkly. Then learn. The North Gate is wizard locked and requires a spell of 4 lines to open it. Without the lines, you will never leave this city. Well, so who knows the lines? You ask. The first noble knows the spell and handed 1 line each to 4 of his nobles. But the council is in turmoil, and most of the nobles are dead, or driven mad, or hounded to their graves. So, can you help me? I do not know any of the lines myself, he says sadly. He nods finally. But I must be away. Perhaps I will see you again later? I will be drinking at the Wayfarer's Rest tonight in the docks. Join me if you will. You nod to Flanker and return to the main throng of the fair. From across the field, the dancing bear seems to have run amok. Suddenly the crowd around the dwarf is shouting and fighting. And the event seems to be closed. So I can't go to anywhere else? Apparently not. I had to make my decision. Well, let's make the decision again. Because I think we're going to be able to come up here. And, yeah, you walk back to the middle of the fairground and look around. Okay, so we can go to the end of the midway, which is where we came from. Let's see if we can do that. There's no clock or anything. So, yeah, so we lost, I think we lost an event or something. That's fine. That's fine. A dwarf and a bear? Not interested in that. And also, we denied another one. You return to the center of the midway and beer tent. Hell yeah. Let's go in there. Just by the river is a low tent surrounded by several stumbling figures. It could almost be a tent for dancing, except for the strong smell of brewed grain that drifts over the air. In the stall, a group of 3 half-goblin women are pouring mugs of beer and talking to the locals. A sign reads 1 mug, 1 gold. 4 mugs, 6 gold. Yes. Let's smell the air first. Did I gain? I gained? Ooh. You pause to inhale the rich smell of brewed grains that hangs around the tent. It is quite nourishing. One of the bar women catches your smile. Nice, yes, she says. Even nicer in a glass. A tall, spindly creature raises his voice to announce he is buying 4 mugs. A huge cheer goes up but mostly from the women behind the bar. I think that's supposed to be just they don't know math, and they kind of. So I'm not gonna give away my money for right now. Bury me with my money, and I will buy a mug. And there we go. Paying a gold piece, you buy a frothing mug of beer. The ale looks muddy and somewhat disgusting. In fact, it doesn't taste like beer at all. Well, this isn't beer. Excuse me, you called. What is this? You point into the mug. Finest beer, she replies. But from her expression, she isn't telling the whole truth. This is like no beer I've tasted. You reply, outraged, but the bar woman merely smiles. Well, thank you, sir, she answers, then moves away to serve another customer. You leave your beer half finished and walk away from the tent. I think that was a good choice right there. Looking back, you notice a pipe running from the tent directly into the Jabaji River. It seems the beer isn't beer after all. So how are they drunk? They're just drinking piss, mostly. Let's get out of here. No, go there. Like, I got confused for a moment. You walk back up to the north end of the fairground midway. The fair continues from here and leads away from uphill. So we got the musicians over here that I kind of wanted to... They make a hell of a racket here. So let's go there and see what is up here. You head over to where a crowd are watching, or again, is it how it's pronounced? Isn't a crowd is watching, right? It's not... crowds are, I don't know. You head over to where a crowd is watching a troupe of dancers who spin and swirl in time to a lively tune. There is something quite hypnotic about the performance, though. Huh. Quite hypnotic. Why would I want to cast a spell right now? I know what this is. I know what this is. Yeah, let's move away. The crowd seems to be enjoying themselves a little too much. It is quite suspicious. You slip back to the main part of the fair. Yeah, I know what that is. It's basically an attraction to rob you of your purse. And my gold is all there. And I'm gonna keep 1 ration right there because I might want to give it to somebody. Let's see. So we can go to leave the fair, or we can go to the end of the fair. Let's go over there. And up here, what we have, you push your way through the crowd following the road uphill. The party is getting wilder, and you would do well to be away from here before things get out of hand. At the far edge of the fair, the leader has left a tide mark on the grass. There is one last small tent here, probably a ticket booth that has simply been ignored by the crowds of Carre. Let's look at the small tent here. Looking more closely, you spot a sign above its door. Cabinet of Fortune, try your luck, a prize for all. Yeah, but the definition of prize can vary. Let's, look back. Looking back, you see what looks like one of the tents going up in flames. It must be part of the entertainment, as no one seems too concerned. In fact, a great cheer goes up as one of the strings of flags collapse into the bonfire. Ahead, the road continues through empty fields and patches of rubble-strewn wasteland, but it climbs, so it must be heading for the center of Carre. Steam rises from a large building beside a fork in the road. You have time to test your luck, no doubt, if you wanted. Okay, so we can go over there, follow the road, and that is indeed the center of Carre, I would say. We got the Mansion Row, which is... it overlooks the fields? Oh man, that must be pretty. It really must. I mean, it's Carre. It's kind of... it's all thieves and all that, but... I mean, it's written right there. City party of traps. Oh, no, not thieves, I guess, traps, but... yeah, whatever. Let's go and check the tent first, I guess, because I think the game is gonna let me... oh boy. He's gonna let me step away if something terrible happens. You go over to the tent and push back the flap. Inside, a grubby, bearded man leaps up from where he was sitting cross-legged on the floor and comes over to pump your hand. And it's got some sort of... I don't even know what this is. A contraption. Oh, it's a divination thing or something, I guess. With... I guess we'll find out. Welcome, welcome, my friend, he exclaims, somewhat over-enthusiastically. And let's see what prize you can win today. You must know this, there are no losers at the Honest Hannah's Cabinet of Fortune. He gestures with one hand towards a large glass cabinet in the center of the tent. So, what do I do, you ask? Well, it's a most simple game, Honest Hannah replies with glee. You give me 2 gold pieces, and my little pet will fetch something for you. He points inside the glass case, and that's when you notice a small, wiry creature curled up amongst a pile of jewelry, books, and golds, and other things as well. I'm gonna cast a spell, of course. Let's cast a spell. And I'm gonna cast the one that, I don't have too much of a choice here. The one that controls creatures' minds. No, not that one. Not that one. What about the R? We got rap. Rap is for take all languages. Take all languages? Was it what I read? Doesn't matter. We got res, which resurrects the dead and requires holy water, so we'll be on the lookout for that. And we got mag, which protect from magic. Oh boy, that's an interesting one. Huh. And we got tell, which I believe reads minds, so but requires that. Okay, this would be a cool spell right there, but unfortunately we have no such luck, and I'm not gonna be able to cast a spell. Let's let's pay him. Let's do that. You pay 2 gold pieces, and Hannah goes over to the cabinet and presses a small button on the side. It seems to operate a cantilevered spike, which pokes the creature, who squeals, jumps from its perch, and begins fluttering around inside the case. I don't think it's too well trained to require it to be poked with a spike, though. I was afraid that the creature was trained to get basically whatever he felt was better. Like, you see good stuff in there and you would never get the good stuff. That's an easy trick. But apparently he might not be trained enough. So, let's watch. The creature keeps flapping around inside. Eventually, the creature selects something from the prize pool, which it drops into a chute at the far side of the cabinet. Let's take my prize. You open the flap and remove a small leather pouch. You open it and it seems to be empty, but a moment later, you find you are scratching your neck, behind your ears, up your arms. Oh, fleas, Hannah remarks. I'll have the pouch back, though, if you don't mind. He snatches it from you while staying well back. You scratch your armpit in reply, and not to Hannah, who laughs a little too loudly. Then you head back out of the tent. That was okay. That was a good prank. That was good. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Honest Hannah? Yep. That's okay. I like it. I don't like the fleas, but I'm sure I had them already. It's not a problem. You leave the fair behind you and climb through fields toward the outskirts of the buildings until you reach a fork in the road. The slum districts of Lower Carey are unlikely places to find nobles, but you might be able to learn their names or where they are hiding. In the elbow of the fork is a grand, well-kept building. Steam pumps from its roof. A creature emerges, looking refreshed and flushed. It is a bathhouse. Oh. A bathhouse in Carey? Hell no. I'm not going in there. Unless I'm... Let's just check it out. We'll come back. You step in the cool of the bathhouse. It is a wide building of marble tiles and a sweet smell of pine and fresh wood. Gentle noises echo and murmur around the walls. A creature by the front desk greets you with a smile. Good afternoon, sir, it purrs. The water is cool and fresh today. A swim costs 4 gold pieces. Is it worth it? You ask. Oh, very, the creature replies with a beaming smile. The waters of Carey are known for their healing and refreshing qualities. We have a steam room and a lagoon pool. You'll be well catered for. I think that's gonna be okay. I don't think so, but I think so. You hand over 4 gold pieces, and the concierge gestures you through into the center of the bathhouse, where a wide pool awaits with trees and shrubs either side. Oh, that's nice. Let's buy the pool. Let's be by the pool right now. From across the room, steam curls from the doorway in a glass-doored room. You strip off and pile your clothes belongings in one corner of the room. Let's swim. There we go. Okay, you dive into the pool and swim a few enjoyable lengths. You feel the fleas washing from your body. You feel better for the exercise. You feel your shoulders unknotting and your body relaxing. That's not my experience from being in pools, though. It's the opposite. My shoulders knot and my body just murders itself. Ugh. Swimming is terrible. I don't know how to swim, but being in pools, it just wastes me. It just completely get tired to hell. But anyway, let's leave. I'm not going to the steam room. Feels much better. You turn and collect your belongings. Check them over. Not trusting the city to pass up the chance to rob you, you check through your belongings, but everything seems to still be in place. Pleased, you head back for the exit. The creature at the front desk beams cheerfully at you. You step outside onto the street. Look at that! We took a bath and didn't go into the steam room, which would probably mean we'd be robbed of all our possessions, or something, or probably walking on a naked lady that would punch us or murder us, or maybe a naked man that would punch us or murder us. So, yeah. So we can go to the cliffy road over there. Or you can go to uphill. I think I'm gonna go over there and get killed. I could also pray, and I am gonna do that right now. So maximum health. The dolphin is not gonna be able to help me. Hopefully. Yeah, the game does give you a chance to if you know how to heal it, or if you are lucky, it does give you a chance to get back. I do wish that I could have handled the portrait better the other day, but ah well. You head along the cliff-top road into an area of larger, more impressive buildings. The road passes through the ruin of a grand building and what must have been once a glorious morning room. Morning room? What is a morning room? An ornamental pond is all that remains. Oh, maybe it's the room where you take your breakfast? Moss grows from the cracks in its tiled sides. Let's go over and take a look. So these are fish. What is that? I'm not really sure I understand. I think that's a fish in there. You walk over to the pond. Despite its age, it seems well tended and the water is surprisingly clear. A small scarlet fish darts out from behind a stone as you watch. Bubbles rise from its mouth as they break. You hear the breath of words. Something else glints from the bottom of the pool. So, despite its age, it seems well tended. The water is surprisingly clear. I don't know. I'm not gonna taste the water. I mean, I could sense danger if I can cast the sus. I should be able to. Maybe not. Let's see. Oh, we can't. It's a shame. We can cast the fire. No? How? Let's find a safe passage. That wouldn't be too bad. How wouldn't be too bad, actually. Let's see if I can get something else. So we got Dop. Dop is for opening locks. Why would I want to open a lock? Probably I'm gonna need to find safe passage. Now that I have health and rations, that'd be a cool thing. Control non-intelligent creatures. It requires 3 stamina. This is the one I wanted to cast on the creature, though. Yeah, but I couldn't. I don't think I could. And we got Yap, which is to talk with animals. Okay. Well, I think the game is telling me something here. I'm gonna need to cast Hot, and then I will need to cast, or Howl, rather. Let's find safe passage here. No, yeah, I clicked the wrong thing. Cast. You cast the spell and await for an indication of the safest course of action. A feeling begins to rise inside you that, although the fish has a nasty bite, there is really nothing here to be afraid of. Reassured, you consider your next move. Let's taste the water. Damn it! What? You scoop up a handful of water and taste it. It's brackish and foul, and you spit it out immediately. Come on! Let's look deeper into the pond. Your eyes trace the second gleam. Not a fish this time, but a gold piece. Someone must have thrown it into the water for luck. Let's take the gold. Come on! You dip your hand into the pool and grab the coin. The fish, outraged at your intrusion into its world, nips for your hand and bites you. Its teeth are small but sharp enough to draw pinpricks of blood. Let's try again for the coin. Hell yeah, there we go. You try again, moving faster this time, and manage to grab the coin. The fish leaps out of the water and comes after you. It is not fast enough. You pocket the gold. Time to go. The road slopes downhill towards a large doomed building to the right. A narrow road winds uphill. So I guess we just spared... that was an interesting one, though. The fish, yeah. I could have controlled him, and it would have gotten me the water, I suppose. The coin wouldn't have been too worth it, but... so we can go downhill, and let's go downhill and see, because I don't want to go there right now. You follow the cliff-top road, looking down over the fields of Carey. You can see workers still breaking their backs in the setting sun. Halfway along, you pass a creature with a signboard slung around his neck. Let's read the sign. The board is painted with the message, "Doom comes, the world is ending." The creature notices your gaze and begins to approach. Let's talk to the creature. You stop the creature. Greetings! The creature looks deep into your eyes. Stranger, he murmurs, do you have a moment for salvation? Salvation requires that I hurry, actually, but... Always. Let's go with that. You reply cheerfully. Carey crumbles, the creature declares dramatically. We tumble like a cliff into the sea. Do you know? And all who go there will be destroyed, the creature finishes. You blink. Did you miss something? The creature appears to be waiting for an answer. Huh. Do you know... You should tell more people than just me, you reply, hoping to encourage the creature to move on. The council has abandoned us, he replies. There is a stir of confusion, a revolution. The people live in fear, and they do not listen. A revolution? Fire burns in the deep, the creature replies. 1,000 angry voices wait to rise. Go below and you shall find the king. Then he blinks, suddenly as though surprised to find himself on the street. Oh. He was being controlled by somebody. Okay. And all who go there will be destroyed. The council has abandoned us. Go below and you shall find the king. Thank you. The creature looks startled, yelps, and then runs away up the street. What the hell was that all about? I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. But we're out of time for the day, so we're gonna go into the artist's quarters the next episode. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Sorcery Part 2. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.